My name is Peter Bingle, I'm Chairman of Bell Pottinger Public Affairs. I think it's essential that anybody who wants to be Mayor of London understands the BME community for two reasons. This is a very diverse capital with lots of different needs, and to be Mayor you must represent all of those people and their communities. What's different about Boris, however, I think, is that Boris actually will want to be London's Mayor, where other people will try and play minority politics. Boris is different because Boris is no longer just a Tory, he's bigger than that, he's a brand, and that's why I think he actually appeals to people with a BME, Polish, English, race, doesn't matter.
Hi, I'm Merlene Emerson and I'm a GLA candidate for the Liberal Democrats for the 2012 elections. So how do we engage people in the political process? Well, I think it has to be a two-way communication. On the one hand, we have to be listening to the electorate as to what their concerns are, what are the issues, and on the other hand, we have to inform our policy based on what we know are the needs, turn it into policy that will be carried out, implemented as our party policy, especially if we get into government. So it's a two-way street, but at the same time it would be really helpful if we had candidates who are also of different colour, so that we can reflect Britain in the modern 21st century.
Hi, I'm Sunny Hundle. I'm editor of the blog Liberal Conspiracy, which is a left-wing political blog. I also tweet a lot. I write for The Guardian and other newspapers. What I'm here to talk about is how people who are from ethnic minority backgrounds can engage with the political classes, or at least if they're not political, at least try and get themselves heard. I mean, I've done that in the past. I set up a blog by myself, not being involved with the political class or having any contacts there whatsoever. And I just set up this blog, got lots of people involved, eventually built up a name, did stories that grabbed people's attention, and so I think the first thing that is important to remember is that you can do this, and you can definitely get people listening if you find the right mix of content. And so if you're trying to engage people, let's say from the African Caribbean community, or even just the African community, let's say, in the UK, then you have to first find content which is tailored to them, which they find interesting and engaging with, which other people are not doing, because it's very important to have new content, new stories, a good mix of content out there. You get it out there, you have, let's say, a blog which you've set up, made it look professional. You start getting readers involved, getting readers engaged, and then you can slowly try and move into politics slowly. Something like, for example, we run a campaign that was about complaining to a company which promoted skin whitening creams, and I really hate skin whitening creams. It's just one of those bugbears that I have. And so to me this was a political point about racism, and it was an Asian company which did it. And so we ran a campaign to complain people complained to the Advertising Standards Authority about this advertising campaign. And we got people involved. And so I think it's possible to have a site which is interesting, engaging, entertaining, which has political content as well.
Hello, my name is Tony Travers and I'm Director of LSE London at the London School of Economics. I've been asked to answer first the question of what advice would I give to Boris Johnson and Ken Livingstone and presumably other candidates about reaching out to the black and minority ethnic population in London as they come up to the year-long mayoral race. And I think the advice I would give them is that they need to understand the particular needs of the large number of minority communities in London today. That of course London is the near 8 million people who live here together, but within that there are groups which have special needs, specific needs, some because they are new to London, others because they've been here and are established and have born here in many cases, lived here a long time, but still face barriers and difficulties grounds of their race and background. And for that reason, I think the message I would give them, and I'm not sure they need it, or at least, but anyway, they really do need to understand the groups concerned, to understand them, and then treat them with care and respect, and indeed to ensure that policies that they have are tailored in a way that meets the reasonable aspirations of all the groups in London, as well as London as a whole. The second question I was asked to address is, do I think it's going to be a tight race? And the answer is, I do. I think that as of now, it looks like a neck-and-neck race to the finish between Boris Johnson and Ken Livingstone. Labour's ahead in the polls nationally and in London, and that should give Ken an advantage, but actually Boris is a popular figure, he's well known, he's in office, that's an advantage. So I think it's going to be one of those races where every vote will count, and therefore everybody should vote.
Simon Woolley, we're here at the Ignite debate. Should our institutions be representative? Well, sure, of course they should. And when they are, I would argue that everybody benefits. Our communities, African, Asian, Caribbean and other minority communities, are teeming with talent. We want to show our skills, our energy, that actually not only benefits our own communities, but wider society too. We've seen Barack Obama on the UK stage in the mother of all parliaments. He's a symbol, with hard work and endeavour, being a black man or woman, we can reach the very, very highest office, and I hope that many follow in his footsteps here in London and beyond.
Hi, my name's Heidi. I came here today because I work for an organisation called The Brand New. It's a company that I run, and I've been working with Vianosa on a programme that we're going to be taking to organisations to help individuals highlight and promote their cultural diversity for self-promotion, and also for organisations to use the diversity as a positive. Today was really interesting for me. I have a few clients that come from very diverse cultures and backgrounds, and a lot of the issues that were talked about today are issues that my own clients face on a day-to-day basis. So it was great for me to really hear more about those issues so that I can help them further. Things like barriers that they might face through prejudgments and things like that, so I can help them get through that so they can help promote themselves and market themselves better.
My name's Cornelius Alexander. I work for London Probation Trust. I'm a fellow with the Chartered Institute of Public Relations, and I'm with the Diversity Working Group at the CIPR. I like coming to Ignite events. I think it's very important to support all organisations and bodies who are interested in the pursuit of diversity within the industry. What I got from tonight, I just thought it was a really good debate.
Hello there, my name's Bruce. I'm from Forum for the Future. The reason I came tonight was just to find out a little bit more about the PR side of the UK party political process and how it engages or not with the black and ethnic minority community, particularly in London. It was really interesting listening to all of the speakers, and I found out a lot about what actually happens as opposed to what you might think happens.
Hi, I'm Tisha Bales, and I'm with Operation Black Vote. The reason I came today was to learn a bit more about how PR is involved in the BME communities. What I got out of it was I learned a bit about how the communities and the politicians communicate with each other, and how politicians can reach out to the BME communities to get them more involved in politics.